Speaking of A-minuses, pencil emoji, we've got the 2021 film by Studio Ghibli, Earwig and the Witch, which is about our cute little orphan girl, Earwig, who was given up for adoption because her mom was being pursued by other witches with nefarious intent. She gets adopted by a witch with nefarious intent who's using her just as a fucking helper in her lab with potions, and Earwig just lives her life there, and eventually starts getting more control in the household, and then it ends very suddenly.
Fun fact, this is the first all CGI film by Studio Ghibli.
Holy smokes.
Dylan, where are you ranking it?
B-.
I'm at a D-.
Good lord.
I'm at a D.
Holy smokes.
I'm at a D+.
Man, I thought I'd be wrong here. I'm not lying when I say I don't know how to rank this movie.
So,
yeah.
The biggest problem with this movie is it doesn't have a plot.
Yes.
There we go. See, listen, guys, I want you to know I'm probably on the same page as you guys. I just don't know how to rate this movie, like, legitimately.
That's fair enough. I mean, yeah, like, it's very slow, and it doesn't really have a plot or an ending. Like, in the way that you're like, oh, a story is exposition, rising action, climax, falling action. It doesn't really do any of that, kind of. It's just...
No, it does none of it.
Yeah, nothing resolves, nothing's really accomplished. It's just... shit happens, you know?
All I get from this movie is you have this bratty orphan girl who's always used to getting what she wants, and then... Like, because me and Jackson watched this movie, and then it ended, and I sat there for 5 minutes just so confused about what I watched, and we kind of came to the conclusion, it felt like one of those anime movies where it's, like, supposed to be an intro to, like, a show, maybe, or, like, it's supposed to be a snippet of another anime, but I think the only reason I gave this, so much props is because I thought it looked really nice. I think that might be the only thing.
It looks terrible.
It looked fine. I don't think it looks terrible.
Great.
This feels like a pilot, like Dylan said. It has no actual substance of itself. It's just like a lot of world building, and then it ends very stupidly. And like even the ending, man, what's the fucking time skip here? It's like 6 months or something. How the fuck did she like just completely flip the household on its head like that in that amount of time? I don't get it.
She's so charming.
She really got on the fucking Mandrake's nice side, I guess. I don't know. I agree. I'm kind of in the middle of you guys though. Like Dylan said he thinks the movie looks nice. You guys think it looked kind of bad.
I think there are
terrible.
shots that look good. Like there are parts where like the Mandrake's doing his crazy thing, like in her room and stuff like that, and like they look good there. But for the most part, it looks bad.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say I think it looks bad. I think it looks like serviceable CG. I think the environments
for the year
right
this came out, though.
Yeah,
no, it's not serviceable. Compared to other theatrically released 3D anime films, this is not serviceable.
It was serviceable to me, so I guess that's where we can disagree on this. I will say
we're getting it for free, so I guess it's serviceable in that context.
There are certainly some pitfalls of its animation. Like I think some of the character movements are pretty stilted, especially like one of the scenes that really describes it a lot is when they're just like walking downtown. There's just like random NPCs walking by them, and holy shit, they look fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, the character animations are pretty well done, and the environments they're all right. I think it's a fine looking film for the most part, but it also does have those moments of pretty cool, interesting effects they do, specifically around the Mandrake, like you had mentioned. There are some actually very cool looking shots they do, like when the whole like room is filled with fucking light. I think that shit looks sweet. I do like the effects they have going like inside his head. You can kind of tell his emotions. I think there's certainly care placed into certain parts of this movie, especially like they do translate some of the normal anime facial effects or like emotions they'll do, and they translate that to CG, which I think is cute. I think it works like when she like laughs really hard or something, or like head tilts back, and they translate that to like a CG like 3D model, which I think is interesting. They certainly try to make this feel like you're watching an anime movie in CG, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I agree.
By far, my biggest the only part of this film I actually enjoyed was the Mandrake. I don't know what exactly it is, but I really like his character design, and I think he's an interesting character.
There's so much mystery to him, so much mystique that goes entirely unexplored in the runtime of this film.
Yeah.
True.
The mystique is that he's a fucking
demon
musician.
Yeah, is he a demon? Is he human?
No.
Oh, no.
Was he summoned by one of them? Is he
No.
in charge?
Yes. Until the end of the movie.
The Mandrake is certainly the most interesting character in the film. It's not even close, I don't think. Earwig's also just, like, not really that likable of a character.
No.
Like, she's just some fucking
really.
annoying, bossy little girl. Like, I felt no emotion for her in any part of this.
Yeah, and the mom lady obviously isn't very likable either.
And then, like, her best friend is, like, not, like, barely a character at all.
Yeah.
It's, like, the very end of the movie, in which case he's still also, like, not a character. Like, there's really not a whole lot to grasp onto with this film. It's so fucking weird. Like, what was the tension? Why'd they make this?
Yeah, like I had said before, nothing resolved. I think Jackson brought this up originally when we were watching it, but it's like, what the fuck was the point of bringing up that the mom was trying to evade, like, the 12 witches or whatever, and then she just shows up at the end of the movie?
What the fuck was she even running from? From what we've gathered in the film, it was just she doesn't want to be in the band anymore. That's
Presumably
why she
something,
left.
a different thing happening than just that.
At the beginning of the movie, the car that was chasing her was the car that the Mandrake owns.
Yeah.
Or the witch, I don't know which it is. But I remember saying at the very beginning of this movie, I'm like, this is some Coraline-ass shit right now. And I will say, I wasn't the biggest fan of the animation to start off. It did grow on me as we progressed throughout the movie. And I thought, I agree with Jackson, I thought it was very interesting that they were trying to interpret some Studio Ghibli, and just anime, like, emotes in the movie in general. I thought it was pretty fun overall. But like I said, I think the only thing this movie had going for me is I thought that the animation style was interesting. Other than that, I was insanely confused, and we were just watching things to watch things happen, and I don't think the movie gets much deeper than that.
That car chase scene was pretty funny, by the way. Just like she grits the worms, throws on the car, and immediately cuts to her getting away. You know, in a normal movie, we'd see like the car swerve or some shit, and it was just, alright, she did it.
Yeah, she was a very powerful witch or something, I don't know.
Well, guys, is all we have to say about Earwig and the Witch?
I have so much more to talk about. This movie had substance.
Say it then.
It doesn't have substance.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Fair enough then. Well, I'm sticking at my D.
Yeah, I'm remaining unchanged.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my D-.
You guys have really opened my eyes. I now know exactly what I want to rate this movie.
Is it D+?
Is it C or C minus?
It might be C minus, but considering me and you have the same thoughts on it, it wouldn't make sense for me to rate it higher than you.
Is it F+?
I mean, it sounds like you like the style of it a little bit more than me, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know if
I'd
I'd say I liked it more than you. Like I said, it took me some time to
the
warm up
style,
to
not
it.
the.
I'll give it a C minus for now. Fuck it.
And it lands at a D plus overall.
Woohoo!
How exciting!
An A and a D in the same, and whatever.
In the same week.
Yeah.
I wish that this
F,
movie.
D, and A.
I really wish this movie had a lot more going for it plot wise. I think this movie would have landed much, much higher if the plot made any ilk of sense more.
They
But
also,
alas-
we didn't even talk about this too, but they set up like the whole like they're in a band shit, and even like on the poster, it's sort of like singing with them in the
yeah.
band, but like that's just like a completely dropped plot point that has no relevance to the story whatsoever.
No.
Cool.
I'm just gonna tie that back to there was just a lot of unresolved plot that they just decided to not flesh out.